My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. It is time to go into the daily climb. For the 16th of April 2016, we have two modifiers that are positive. Shiny, starting deck is replaced with one of every rare card, which for the Ironclad typically means that you're going for something along the lines of a strength build. Courtesy of Limit Break and... Limit Break and Demon Form and Reaper, especially. And time dilation, rather. All enemies start with a slow debuff, so every single time you play a card, damage against every enemy will be increased by 10%, and certain future the map contains only one path. Well, at the very least, that's going to save me from having to choose a path. Alright. So, this deck kind of uses Offering as its fuel, Fiendfire as its killing device, and Limit Break, Double Tap, Demon Form, Reaper, all just to keep it kind of going. Exhume is another offering as long as you draw them in the right order. So we'll be removing Barricade, like, really early. Okay, let's drop both of those powers there. Get them out of the deck so I don't draw them again. Actually kind of keen on seeing if I can get through this and then feed at the very end. So if I accept some damage this turn, next turn I can almost certainly, in fact I definitely can, use Reaper feed. So we'll Reaper for 8 HP back. And then we'll feed for the kill. Beautiful, get myself some max HP, don't mind if I do. Battle Trance for card draw? See, most of my cards, rather, are expensive, so it shouldn't be a bad thing to have Battle Trance, because even if I Offering after the Battle Trance, that's still kind of fine. So we'll take a Battle Trance. Well, we'll start with the Offering here, at the very least. I'll Reaper for the heal. Actually going to Fiendfire for a bunch of exhaust there as well, and then I'm just going to try and look for the feed on the back line if at all possible. Now, if I double tap this feed, will that be enough? 9? No, it's not going to be enough. Damn. I was hoping that the time dilation would help me out there, but unfortunately, due to the weakening, it was just not going to be enough. Alright, we can go those two, get that feed off. Beautiful. I've got to make sure that I upgrade that feed as soon as possible so that I can just get that feed off regularly. Probably none of these. We'll go for a card removal, get some of the cards out of the deck that don't really function at all. Barricade first of which. At the very least, they don't function in the way that we're running this deck. Yeah, I actually don't care to keep any of those cards, so I'll just blow them up. Gonna use Reaper for the majority of this kill and then feed at the very end. Yeah, because Reaper is 11, hell of a lot of heal there, and then feed. Beautiful. I think we actually just need to upgrade feed first. Like, that's actually just gonna be the most important thing. Oh, well, this is just immolate and then feed. I mean, I can heal 1 HP if I just wait for the Reaper here. Boom, 1 HP. Alright, let's upgrade that feed. This is also going to be really, really handy for our score modifier at the end of the game, because the more max HP we have, the closer we can get to the stuffed score modifier. All right, so all of them just dispelled the slow that we were going to put on them. We'll exhume offering here. I'm looking for Immolate. There we go. So it's double tap Immolate. Just destroy them all instantly. Prevent myself from taking any damage there. At the very least, any damage to the enemy. So as a result, I am going to get the score modifier for champion. Strawberry, raise your max HP by 7. So we only need to get to 110. And then we will have the stuffed score modifier for having 30 plus maximum HP increased on your base maximum HP. We'll upgrade Exhume because we're going to keep it in the deck effectively just as our second offering. Oldie Smooth Stone at the start of each combat. Gain 1 dex. Don't mind if I do. This one I'm just going to try and dig down as fast as I can. That's unfortunate. My draw has ended, so... I guess I can just Impervious this turn. Then go for the feed the turn after. There we go. I needed to play 2 cards first to increase the damage that the feed was going to do. None of that. Remove a card from my deck, definitely. Next least functional thing is definitely Juggernaut, because we don't gain that much block. Super unlikely to as well. It's very likely this ends up being double tap Immolate. Okay, offering, bludgeon, then feed. Beautiful. And energy potion's actually really powerful for us. Whirlwind is actually a really, really, really useful. No, it's not. We have Immolate. Never mind. Whirlwind's usually really useful, but Immolate is actually going to play the role of that in our deck, in fact. We'll Offering, then we'll Reaper, then we'll Immolate for the kill. That's just to get as much maximum HP back, or rather, as much HP back as I possibly could there. Mercury Hourglass at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. That's actually really handy. Gives us a wee bit more AoE. I think it's Fiendfire. Because I need to finish fights quickly, because I have literally 1 block card in my deck. Alright, I can block this turn. But it's like the last thing I can do. Alright. It's Offering. Is there any way? Double tap Fiendfire won't work. Because the Fiendfire will burn this whole hand and then it'll do nothing. And due to the Dark Embrace, I could refill my hand. So it would be Dark Embrace, double tap Fiendfire, except for the fact that I've got no draw from the debuff of the drawing card. I can't remember its name for the life of me. Alright, I'm going to try and hold on to the perfect here. And this is the only way that I can really do that. Now, holding on to the perfect is pretty much going to rely on me transforming you every time you get back up. So I have to transform you right now. Like that. So 14 per card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's actually 7 because Fiend Fire doesn't do damage for itself. So 7 by 14 is 70 plus 28. It's 98. It's not enough. But if I did the bludgeon by itself first, so that would be using both of my potions right now. Bludgeon goes first, and then I boil 6. So 6 becomes 24, 84 plus... It's still not enough. You know what it is? Setup. As long as I get in my next hand... Never mind. I just dealt damage to myself. I now no longer have the ability to not deal damage to myself. Oh, you butthead, Ryan. And also, if I burn my cards now, I'll have everything. Like, I'll literally only have Battle Trance left in my deck. Yeah. I tried to be clever and I just made myself look like an idiot. Oh, well. We're not going to perfect that fight. We could have if I just wasn't, you know, bad. But I am, so... Mm-hmm. And then I'm just looking for my feed. Beautiful. Alright. Add a card to my deck. Probably none of them. Because I'd rather get the bonus. What you would call it. I would rather pick up the Highlander bonus. Try and maximize my score. Speaking of maximizing our score, the more relics you can get. Especially if you can get 20. But we're not going to be able to choose to fight elites, right? So we probably shouldn't have gone with Black Star there. That's a mistake. Alright. I'll just Fiend Fire my way out of that one. Take a poison potion and nothing else. Fiend Fire would be 11 by... Oh my god, I forgot to account for the slow in the other fight. Damn it! 1166 from that. Too little. I'd rather not take 10 damage here, but I guess I don't really have a choice. Mm-hmm. Well, there's my feed. I've not exhausted a card yet, though. Not the card I wanted to draw there. Mm-hmm. I'll leave the offering in the deck. We'll get back to it. Speaking of, Immolate Feed's not going to be enough here. Ugh. I should really stop trying to use this feed this much. I'm getting pretty significantly punished for it. Okay, well, offering first. There's Reaper Feed, which is actually exactly what I want. We'll double tap the Reaper and then feed. Alright. Got one elite up there at least. Jax is actually pretty good for us. As we'll be removing another card from our deck. Probably Probably Berserk, actually. Alright. Jack's double tap Reaper is a pretty reasonable heal here. Get myself back to full HP and then immediately lose 20 of it. Don't mind if I do. Get that offering. Could use the limit break right now. And in fact, almost certainly should. We'll double tap Immolate. And it'll do too much damage because I didn't account for it. Alright. Rage? We don't really use attacks though. We use one big attack, not many small attacks. Alright. Jax will offer. We should be able to get you in the first turn. See the offering. If we limit break first. 21 by 6 is 126. Just short of the kill on that one. Fine. Just set myself up far better for it in the future then. Alright, let's double tap Reaper. Get a lot of health back. So we're not going to be perfecting a lot of fights with this deck. But to be fair, I'm just never really going to be perfecting a lot of fights. Let's double tap the Immolate. And I'll just Fiend Fire that hand out. Just hoping to get feed. Wow, Molten and Frozen Egg. So we can add any attack or any power to our deck and they'll be immediately upgraded. We might actually just add a Twin Strike here. Just because it's a really efficient application of... No. We'll wait for a different strength-based card. Now, unfortunately, this Chosen is going to give me a bit of the old what for here. Got a lot of stuff in this deck I don't want now. Let's zoom that offering. Play it. Was really hoping for the Reaper there. Okay. Double tap the Immolate. Just get him dead. You could take a Body Slam. It's upgrade. No, probably not. Gain the max HP, don't mind if I do. We're probably going to have to rest the next campsite. Juzu Bracelet, regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. And actually going to rest here. Get myself 36 HP back. I'd love to just rely on Reaper for all of my heals, but doing that so far has not been particularly effective. Awesome. Now pretty much set up as best we can be. I just don't have enough cards in the deck to do the double tap Reaper. Double tap Fiend Fire, rather. Like, that was the whole plan, but... That shouldn't have been the plan. That's a wrong plan. That's a bad plan. At very least, I can still double tap Reaper. Get a bunch of HP back, and then just feed next turn. None of that. Thank you very much. So it pretty much just has to be demon form so that my Reapers at the end of the fights can just heal me back up. Alright. Offering first. There's Reaper, there's double tap. Good. Double tap that Reaper. I could now kill and would if not for the defense that we had in our hand, because now we can just wait on the feed. Double tap and then feed. Beautiful. Probably again, none of these. We should probably smith an upgrade here. I'm thinking Limit Break, actually. The fact that it burns itself out of our deck is tragic. Remove a card from our deck or upgrade nothing. How about we remove a card from our deck? Just, it seems like it'd be good. We'll remove the Bludgeon because with the strength scaling that we're now employing, it should be so much better. Pretty much any other attack should be so much better than Bludgeon. I'm not going to start putting burns in my draw pile yet. Okay. Let's Limit Break, Exhume, and Offering. Offering for the draw. Then I can Limit Break. And double tap Reaper to get back to full HP, as well as kill most of my enemies there. And then I'm just going to continue playing Limit Break, using the Battle Trance to get Limit Break back, playing Limit Break again, and look at my feed. It does 104 damage, right? We'll just wait until that kills. Limit Break, Battle Trance, Limit Break, feed. Yeah, 396 damage on a feed. Oh, no, he seems pretty good. All right, so this is actually technically wrong, but I want to tell you why. Because there are a lot of high-cost cards in our deck, so it would help us play Demon Form, Reaper, Fiendfire. But I cut most of the other high-cost cards in the deck, Immolate, Dark Embrace, but they're also all the worst cards in the deck. The best cards in the deck are Jax, Battle Trance, Limit Break, Exhume, Offering, and they're all the ones that would be made way worse by the Snake Eye, unfortunately. I think also the Mark of Pain is probably a bad choice. The extra energy, while lovely, is at the cost of putting 2 extra wounds in our deck, and you can see what just happened. The deck at the moment has the ability to get to a state where it just shuffles and then Limit Breaks twice a turn consistently. With 2 extra wounds in the deck, that's going to be harder to achieve. So we're going to take the Orrery, and then we're just going to straight up take none of these. I'm really tempted to take the Sword Boomerang. Alright, I'm going to take 1 Sword Boomerang. And now all I need to do is upgrade my Battle Trance, and I can still get the same action I was getting last time. But I want the Sword Boomerang because it's a really good deliverance of damage. Should have done that in a different order, and I probably could have fed there as well. So that was all mishandled. Exhume an Offering. Draws another card. Reaper, and then feed. Get that max HP. Heck yeah. I would take the Exhume, but I currently have a unique set of cards, so I'm not going to take it. I've made that mistake before. I almost lose the Dark Embrace. Don't mind if I do. I made that mistake in a daily recently, and I have not heard the end of it yet. I insta-picked an adrenaline, and then I had to spend the rest of my run trying to remove it. Oh, man. We have fun here. Get that offering. Beautiful. Now... I could heal, or I could kill. I thought that was not going to kill, but because of the slow, it would have killed. Damn. I thought that wasn't going to kill, and then I was going to feed after it. I need to upgrade that double tap. I usually have, actually, the energy to utilize it. Wasn't expecting that to be the case, but it turns out to be the case. Beautiful. I think I double tap Reaper. None of that, though. Thank you very much. Almost certainly going to play the Limit Break over the Demon form. Never mind. Because now I can play them all. Is why? That's why, never mind. Ugh, the exhausts in the deck are actually really garbage, though. Let's get some maximum HP there. And then both of these are going to die in a Reaper accident. Get myself almost back to max HP doing so as well. Thunderclap might be worth it. It is. We don't have any vulnerability application yet, so having a single application of vulnerability available in the deck is just going to be really handy. It's really unfortunate. Offerings are pretty much perfectly the wrong time here. Alright, I'm just gonna look for the quickest kill we can get here. Double tap that Thunderclap to keep you vulnerable for the next turn, because I have a feeling that's when our kill is going to happen. We'll try this. Limit Break. Right, we'll burn the Impervious out of the deck, and now we should be able to do this in the correct order, right? Yeah, Limit Break, Battle Trance, Limit Break. And then Sword Boomerang you for 1 billion damage. Bottled Lightning, yes! This is actually something I was about to ask for. Upon pickup, choose a skill card at the start of the combat that will be in your opening hand. So this is going to give us the ability to put Offering in our opening hand. So that we can most often, on our first turn, chain off. The Courier, the merchant no longer runs out of cards, relics, or potions, and their prices are decreased by 20%. And second copy of a card. Letter Opener, the first time you play... Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Handy. If that was like our 5th curse, then I would do it, but it's not. Ancient Tea Set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. That means our opening against the final enemy on this floor is going to start with an extra damage. Corruption, unfortunately, is actually pretty negative for us because it will lower the cost of... well, it won't lower the cost, but it'll prevent Limit Break and Double Tap from shuffling back into our deck. It'll exhaust them. I should probably get Immolate out of here now that I have that Thunderclap. Okay. As for the rest of these, Mummified Hand is pretty ridiculous. Medical Kit would have been pretty ridiculous, but unfortunately. You know what? I should have purchased that first, because then I would have been able to see the refresh. And obviously, I have to take Singing Bowl. There's no part of me that can get away without doing that. We'll upgrade the offering because it's always in our opening hands so that we can use the offering to dig for the exhume to get another offering to chain off. Speaking of... let's do that again. Break. Battle trance. Limit break. It's 84 damage. Okay, double tap and then feed. Get that max HP. Alright, we've definitely got enough max HP for this right now. We'll upgrade Jax because it is part of our starter kit for the limit breaking. So it's just going to make our limit break way more effective. I need to burn some cards out of my hand. I'll use Reaper. This is just so I can get to the Jax. Then I can limit break. Then I can battle trance. Then I can limit break. And now I should double tap the sword boomerang. Heck of a lot of cards to turn down there. And we'll upgrade the double tap. That's something we wanted to do ages ago, but it's only just become like really effective. We should be able to kill in the first turn here. Oh, no. We won't be able to. I forgot about it, but we're not going to be able to kill in the first turn. But we do want to exhaust as many cards as is humanly possible. Okay. So I played 12 cards that turn. Vulnerability is no longer still applied to the time eater, but I should be able to kill this turn with pretty much any draw. We go limit break, battle trance, limit break. Let's get that energy potion, double tap the thunderclap, and then the sword boomerang goodbye forever. Now, we needed to get that engine running sooner. But that engine was based on card removal, and we didn't really have the option to go left or right, get more card removal, less card removal, or anything like that. 953, it's not great. It wasn't even over 1,000. We did get Highlander, which is 1,000. We got one perfect, we got one champion. We got stuffed, like I assumed we would. We got overkill, like I assumed we would. We missed out on a bunch of the extra bonuses for getting more perfects. And champions. I mean, we did only fight like 3 or 4 elites, but still. I don't think 5 curses were offered over the course of that run, so I don't think you could have gotten curses. Yeah, you can see most people are competing in this kind of area, in the 1,000. So where are we going to be? We're probably on the 3rd page. 4th page? 5th page? Was that HP star? No, it wasn't. 104. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Well, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. Your name has been Kevin. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time, Kevin.